This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Oh, happy Monday. Welcome inside Major Mortgage Man Cave. It is the Jason Walker Show on a windy day in the Queen City. It's been windy here for about a year now, and I'm not a big fan of it. It takes me off the golf course, and I really don't like that. Had a good weekend, though. Hope you did as well. We got a big show coming up. We're going to recap some high school rodeo, the finals over the weekend. Also going to talk to the Ross family. Wes, Callie, Troy, and Kennedy is somewhere around. I think she's watching Frozen, or I don't remember the name of the show that's on. So there's something out in we call it the green room. I'm just kidding. It's really not. It's just the living room here at the man cave. All right. So we are going to talk to the Ross family coming up. There's some blood drives all across the state going on this month, and they're going to join us and talk about that. And I am sporting my new hashtag Troy Strong shirt, which it's Bobcat colors. It's actually Great Falls Central. So that works out okay because Coach Ross at GFCC, coaching the Mustangs, hopefully coming up this fall. So all that's coming up. More COVID cases, and it's always exciting when we get more COVID cases, right? Not at all. It's the way we live right now, and that's the way we're going to survive. And, hopefully it's not as big of a deal next year. And hopefully we get a fall football season and cross country and golf and volleyball and all that and soccer. That would be fantastic to have sports to actually talk about. Right? You're watching live on the Facebook. You're watching live on the Twitter and also on YouTube and listening TreasureStateRadio.com, Podbean, Network One Sports, and a whole lot more. Of course, if you miss anything, you can get a hold of us at The Jason Walker Show. All right, so on this day in history is coming up, and the walk-off as well. And there's a lot of famous birthdays today from singers, and maybe we'll go over some of those. All right, but we're going to start with the high school rodeo finals over the weekend in Baker. And remember a few years ago when they had the tornado that everybody was safe? Well, right after the finals ended Saturday, they had a lot of rain. And but they got the finals in. And winners, there's some great kids in here, including some from Helena that we've talked to before. But when you talk about Roan Burrows, who won the boys year-end and state title, Harley Medjid, yes, that Medjid family, earned girls year-end title. Shaylee Harms took the girls state title. Harms also won her second straight state girls cutting title and cow horse. Let's see here. Who else won? Oh, Luke Murphy, the Capital senior, got the tie down and also first in team roping with his partner Trace Fuller of Bozeman. Murphy's going to Western, which is also where another Capital girl is at, Western rodeoing. And why can't I think of her name right now? Anyway, she was really cool. Anyway, Whitehall's Delaney Scafani, first in pole bending. And then Lexus McDonald out of Gardner, took barrel racing. So Gardner girls have won barrel racing a couple years in a row because Shea McDonald won it, I think a couple of years. Let's see, Cohold won from Havre area, won the bull riding title. And let's see, Broadus's Garrett Cunningham took saddle bronc. Helena Sam Peterson bareback. Colton Turbeville of North Dakota won cutting. And Jaden Whitman of Belgrade won the steer wrestling. So There will be a national high school rodeos final. It'll be in about a month at Lazy E Arena in Guthrie, Oklahoma. What would we do without Lazy E Arena? The PBR wouldn't have been held for a couple of weeks back in April and May. There would have been no high school rodeo finals. So thanks to the Lazy E down there, man, oh man, they do a great job holding rodeos. You also notice the new Miss Rodeo Montana sash covering up the microphone stand, which is awesome. Thanks to Miss Rodeo Montana for that. So short first segment because I want to get to the Ross family. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. The Ross family in studio, Major Mortgage Man Cave, next, Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. Mark Dinners Done Right is open and ready for you to stop in and stock up for the summer. How does a Big Sky flank steak sound? Or a sage roasted pork loin? June's menu also includes a Parmesan tilapia and a variety of fantastic chicken cuisines and more. And if that's not enough, Dinners Done Right's Grab and Go Soup, Salad, and Nacho Bar is back as well, with one exception. The delightful staff now will make it for you. And don't forget deliveries to Bozeman and Great Falls on select days. Stop in at 1212 Cedar Street in Helena or visit dinnersdoneright.com.
June is anniversary month at Rucker's Furniture, and you won't believe the savings you'll find on the largest selection of home furnishings in Helena. At Rucker's, you'll find sofas, sleepers, recliners, reclining sofas, leather, bedroom, dining room, occasional tables, entertainment consoles, Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in town, and more. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. For great values on new looks for your home, shop the anniversary sale at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Monday. So I went out golfing Green Meadow Country Club over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Went out with some friends and shot my 2 worst rounds of the year, but had a lot of fun. And you don't have to be a good golfer. Get out there, Green Meadow Country Club. Tell them, heard it, you saw it, Jason Walker Show, and they'll set you up because we had a great time golfing. It was yesterday morning. We went out real early. The wife was amazed. I think I got up at 6:30 on a weekend to go golf. Wife is not a fan of that because then the little one wakes up and the dogs. Yeah, it's all, Anyway, Green Meadow Country Club, great food. They got a chicken lasagna soup. I think it's on Wednesday this week. You want to get out there and taste it. So go out, tell them you heard it, saw it, Jason Walker Show, and become a member, and we'll see you out on the golf course. All right, so it's a great day to be here because, every day is a great day on the Jason Walker Show, but even more so today because we have the Ross family in studio. And let me switch cameras, go to this one so we can welcome and say hi to everybody. We've got Coach, we've got Mrs. Ross, we've got Troy. Kennedy's out watching, what's it called again? Nailed it. Yeah, nailed it. I don't know why I can't remember that. She didn't want to be part of the ensemble here, so it is everybody else. Thanks for coming in, guys. This is pretty cool.
Thanks for having us.
So, yes or no, Coach? Is there going to be a football season?
That's our plan. We're going full steam ahead, and at least at Great Falls Central, we've got a plan to have students in classrooms, and I had 20 guys in the weight room this morning doing strength and conditioning, so that's our plan to go forward. I like it. And Mrs. Ross, because you're a teacher, so that's all I can say, you just got done wrapping up the teaching online. How tough was that this year?
I think it was a big adjustment. I mean, they're little people, and it's, Zooms were exciting the first week or so, and then after that they were, it wasn't as great anymore. It's not in person. And
as a teacher, how did you have to change your whole dynamic of being a teacher? Because you can't yell at the kids then if they're on Zoom.
Well, I mean, it was hard to manage because, in the classroom, if you're messing around with your face or whatever, you can kind of ignore it. But when all 20 of you are looking at the same screen, it's a little bit harder to ignore when they're making faces and their nose is right up to the camera.
Oh, jeez.
Fun stuff. But we made it, and my families were great, and so.
That's awesome. But you guys, did you get to, because I saw your picture on Facebook, did you get to go to the school and take last day photos? Is that what that was?
We did. We did like a report card handout, and
Sweet.
So they could come and say goodbye and get their report card and presents and prizes that I had for them. And so some of them got some pictures with my full mask on. So.
Now, I got to ask you this. Because you are here in studio, and in the camera, you're wearing a Grizz hat, and you've got the Montana State. Are you going to be okay? Because I think it affects you more than it does Coach.
I'm going to be okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Okay, I have to adapt to blue and gold being in my life.
That is true. Because Coach Ross over at Great Falls Central now. Coach, how tough has that been? Because you haven't been able to really have any sort of meetings or anything yet since you got the job.
Well, we had some meetings, and then, like I said, on our last chat, I had maybe 3 meetings in person, and then kaboom, the world fell apart. So, the unknown, we weren't sure how this was going to play out, but I did the Zoom thing. Had all my assistant coaches jump on there. We had college coaches that had a lot of free time on their hands jump on. They were loving the opportunity to talk about their programs and what they look for in the next level. So we did the Zoom thing for about 4 weeks, and as most people found, it's a short-term fix. But the kids were ready. This morning we got together and we got after it. So
I like it. I like that a lot. And as the Ross family joining us here, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline in the Major Mortgage Man Cave. All right, we're here because of hashtag Troy Strong, and I got my new shirt. I love it. It is. It's comfortable. This is a good shirt. I like this. You did well, Coach.
Thank you.
You asked if I wanted the athletic version or the cotton version, and I thought, hey, I'll go athletic. I don't look athletic anymore, but...
Who does?
All right, so we've got the Ross family here in studio, and we've got the big blood drives coming up this month, like I mentioned. And Mrs. Ross, this is something that's been going on across the state, and it's fantastic, and it's all for, it's not for Troy, but because of Troy, the state has come together. The athletic departments have come together.
Yeah, so, since September of 17, when he was diagnosed, we've had, that was one of our first Facebook posts was, we kind of kept it under wraps that we were in Seattle for the first few days. And then, it started to seep out. So we felt like we had to tell people what was going on. And at that point, we just asked people to, pray and then to donate blood, because it was the only reason why he even made it to Seattle in the first place. He had 9 transfusions just to get to Seattle. And so we had a friend that kind of kicked off. It started as Pints for Troy, and then Kyle Sampson at Montana Tech. He was at Flathead at the time. He kind of coined the term Troy Strong, and then people were donating blood, showing us pictures for that. And then American Red Cross reached out, and there were just so many blood drives that they said, would you be willing to do a Montana-wide, statewide one? We said absolutely. So last June was our first statewide coordinated one, and it lines up with Troy's birthday. So that's why we chose June.
Okay.
Because it's his birthday, and summer months, the blood supply runs really low.
Right.
So.
And we've got little Troy here. Troy, how old are you going to be?
6.
6? What date is your birthday? Just the whole month of June?
June 30th.
30th.
June 5th.
Not June 5th.
My birthday's August 30th, so we've got that in common. You and I both have the 30th in our birthdays, so that's kind of cool. See, there's more. It's cool. And you got the Mustang shirt on or hat on, and you're just going to walk around now, which is cool. You're tall. You're almost as tall as me. Do you know that? He's a little tired, it seems, the ride down from Great Falls. But as we continue here, Jason Walker Show, the Ross family in studio with us. So we have. I was talking to Coach about this on the phone the other day, but there's specific blood drives, but then it seems like a lot of other communities just kind of pick up on it and follow suit, which is really cool, I think.
Yeah, we've had folks across the state in different areas ask how they can participate, and they believe in a cause and they want to get behind something. And in eastern Montana, I've got a friend who works in the financial aid department at Miles City Community College. They don't even have Red Cross over there, so she reached out to another blood service company, and they just host them, and she creates posters, and we've done them in Glendive, Miles City, Billings. So we've got them all over, and just a great opportunity for folks to get behind something, and a cute little boy like this and his battle. But really, like I said, the whole purpose of this was just to create awareness, attention to it. Not Troy, but other children. We had never donated blood before Troy got sick, and you always just think there's enough, someone else will do it.
Right.
Well, it changes the whole narrative when it's your son, and you start to wonder, is there enough? And the analogy that I've always used to people is like running out of gas, and the gauge says 10 miles till empty, and you see 22 till the next fuel station. So you start to worry a little bit. So we've just hosted them all over the state, and we appreciate everyone who's jumped on board so far.
The Ross family joining us here, Jason Walker Show. I got to ask this. So with your analogy, I mean, it really does make you think about it. And you said, you'd never donated blood before. I have never donated blood before. I'm going to here in a couple of weeks in Helena, and I'll put all that info up. But, we hear about stuff like the Red Cross needs blood all the time when there's, a hurricane or a tornado or whatever natural disaster. But yeah, it really does put it into perspective when it's close to home. in Montana, or in your case, close to family.
It does. My wife said it best. It doesn't become important until it's someone you love or and you love. So, we're not alone in this battle, and we're just trying to raise awareness for the next person that something's going to happen to, and it will. I promise you that. So, just trying to do our part to pay it forward.
All right, so we've got the Helena. I'm going to throw the photo up right now, but we've got the Helena one coming up June 23rd at the U.S. Forest Service building over by the airport from noon to 5. Call and get an appointment because these do fill up fast, right?
Yeah, they'll be pretty much maxed out here another week or so, week and a half.
Yep.
Nice.
Haver has theirs on Wednesday, and I talked to Coach Rowland this morning, and it's no more appointments. So.
Wow, that's great. That is great. And speaking of Coach Rowland, he's only been in Montana a couple of years. He was in Eureka, but he's only been at Northern for a couple of years. But this is a guy that has really accepted the state into his family, and he's been. I love Coach Rowland up at Northern.
Well, I mean, he reached out to us. He saw one of Troy's stories on, on KRTV that Tom Wiley did up in Haver, and reached out and said, I just need to know his family and have to do a blood drive. And he's been coordinating the ones in Haver for us. We don't do those ones. He's in charge of those ones.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Most of the double A's, though, cities have this. So Billings, Great Falls, obviously, Helena, Kalispell, Bozeman. Help me out here more.
Yep. Okay, so June 22nd, Monday's in Kalispell.
Okay.
Tuesday, June 23rd, is Helena. Billings actually has 2 days, June 24th and June 25th.
Nice.
June 25th is Missoula. June 25th is also Great Falls. And then June 26th is Bozeman.
That's fantastic. And like you said, all these are going to fill up very soon. So get your appointments. So they just contact the Red Cross in all these cities?
Yeah, they can contact, they can call 1-800-BLOOD, I think is the number, or they can go to redcrossblood.org and search Troy Strong, and it will pop up the different days as well, and then they can select their time from there.
That is just super. And I'm going to, I've got the Helena poster that we're going to show for the next couple of weeks, but at least till it's, you know what, you can just show up. I'm going to say make walk-ins too, because just show up and keep giving blood. The Red Cross should never probably turn that down, right? So if you're if you don't have an appointment, just show up anyway.
We've had that happen many times, and it's just a great thing. One area that we need to get some access into is Butte. I've got a lot of friends around the state that have Butte connections. We would love to see if somebody would like to pick up a drive in Butte. It's one area that we just don't have yet, and so maybe somebody out there watching this will spear the charge and let's go.
You mentioned Coach Sampson when he was at Flathead. I mean, he should just pick this up in Butte. I mean, it's not like he's got anything else to do.
I should make a phone call right now.
just tell Kyle. Yeah, let's call Kyle. We'll get him on, and we'll pressure him into making this happen live.
He'll do it too.
He's great. Of course, Coach, you go way back with the Sampson family because you're a Capital guy, and both Coach Mark and son Mark, and then Kyle, and it's a great family.
It's a great family. We've been blessed to have them around for, my 20-year reunion's coming up, so 23 years or so I've known them. And
did you just get scolded, by the way, on live?
I must have.
Slamming the water bottle.
She was doing it right into the
microphone. She's real smooth about it too. She just reached over, grabbed it, and you were done. So
those are teacher skills.
I love it. Coach, you and I talked again on the phone a couple of days ago about this. I was actually out on the golf course with a client. But are you dancing now? Troy's just running back and forth. I love this. You know what that hat looks like? Is an old school Bobcat hat from the 80s. Yeah.
Here, come show me your hat, buddy.
Mrs. Ross does not like that. Oh, he's great. You got a great family. We know how Troy is, but how has Kennedy reacted to the whole situation the last couple of years?
She's as much of a rock star as he is, because you don't think about the kid. I mean, you think about the critically ill kid, but you don't really think about their sibling as much. But she's our old soul and our caretaker. And so she just, she understands, COVID. I think the shutdown wasn't as hard. I mean, it was hard for our family, but we've been in isolation before. And, you know, she made the statement to me that it didn't, you know, she goes, at least that we're all together, because, you know, she remembers when there was a time when we weren't all together.
Right.
So, you know, she's a caretaker in our old soul. And so I think that kind of, she knows that she takes care of Troy, and, you know, she's amazing in her own world of school and sports. And
is she super protective?
she is super protective. I mean, he drives her bonkers, but nobody better mess with her brother.
I love that. I love that. That is fantastic. And I mean, she's just adorable. She's got the glasses. She's going into third grade, but she's not going to be in your class.
She hopes she's not going to have Mrs. Ross at homeschool. She learned that from March 12th on. Nope, she won't be in that class. No.
Yeah, we were talking before we came on the air, and she's like, "No, I don't want that." You'd think she'd have the ends now. She knows your style and she knows how to navigate, but no.
No, I'm just mom to her. I'm not Mrs. Ross.
I love it. I love it. She's great. Can you guys stick around for a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. This last segment brought to you by our friends at Rucker's Furniture. We're going to continue with the Ross family here in the Mike Miller State Farm hotline, and more coming up with the Ross family, and who knows what else we'll discuss next. Jason Walker Show.
June is anniversary month at Rucker's Furniture, and you won't believe the savings you'll find on the largest selection of home furnishings in Helena. At Rucker's, you'll find sofas, sleepers, recliners, reclining sofas, leather, bedroom, dining room, occasional tables, entertainment consoles, Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in town, and more. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. For great values on new looks for your home, shop the anniversary sale at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
I'm done with this.
Thinking about trying something new? The Montana Air National Guard has so many exciting career fields to choose from, many that can open up opportunities in your civilian life. The best part? You'll be getting paid to learn a new trade skill right here at home. What are you waiting for? Let's get you in school and get you paid. Contact Luke Fecto at 406-788-8962.
Dinner's Done Right is open and ready for you to stop in and stock up for the summer. How does a Big Sky flank steak sound? Or a sage roasted pork loin? June's menu also includes a Parmesan tilapia and a variety of fantastic chicken cuisines and more. And if that's not enough, Dinner's Done Right's Grab and Go Salad and Nacho Bar is back as well, with one exception. The delightful staff now will make it for you. And don't forget deliveries to Bozeman and Great Falls on select days. Stop in at 1212 Cedar Street in Helena or visit dinnersdoneright.com.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Monday. Major Mortgage Man Cave, having a great time here in the studio, talking with the Ross family. And Troy's bouncing out. Hey, dude, your shoe's untied. Again. Oh, fantastic. I love these. I love this family. I just met them in person for the first time today, but I've talked to the family a lot over the last few months. But great to have the Ross family in studio, and we are continuing our discussion about the blood drives that are coming up. And I'll have to get your notes, Mrs. Ross, because all the dates for the week. I know June 23rd is Helena, but I want to keep promoting this throughout the next week or so as we continue. But one thing that really, Coach, I interviewed you when you got the job at Great Falls Central, but we've really started to chat since COVID because Troy, you did the video with playing catch with Troy, and it really caught on not just across the state, but really across the country. And it's something that it turned out to be pretty cool.
It did. It took off. I mean, it started out a couple videos here and there from grandma and grandpas and family members and friends and stuff. And then it got into the coaching tree and, connections I've met through the years or worked for, or worked under, or played for. Then it just really took off. And I mean, superstar people, Sugar Sean O'Malley, Drew Bledsoe, Carl Mecklenburg from the Denver Broncos. So, I mean, it just took off. And
Jason Walker.
Yeah, that was a big one there, the Jason Walker guy.
But, I mean, the Bobcats kind of killed it, and I hated that. I mean, I loved it, but...
Yeah, once in a while, he'd miss it.
Right. I mean, you just would hope. I do wish that I would have put together a video of all the bloopers of him not catching it and, or what he was trying to say and couldn't remember, and but I didn't. But he was, we would just let him catch the ball and say, this is what the person's name is, and he'd say, I got it, and
sometimes he did.
You'd roll the dice and hope that what came out of his mouth was okay.
I will say it only took me one take. The wife practiced about 4 times, but it only took one take to get it done. So.
Hey, see, that's that superstar stuff.
See, the media, though, none of us are athletes. That's why we talk sports, because we can't actually play the game. As the Ross family joins us here, Jason Walker Show. Speaking of stuff that's going to come out of Troy's mouth and not knowing, you are a great follow on Facebook because you post a lot of his stuff, and it's just hilarious, like his jokes of the day or just normal conversations.
Yeah, he's a funny, he has a really funny personality, and I don't know, he's very different than Kennedy. Kennedy is very calm and a people pleaser, and Troy, I don't know. I mean,
just don't go speeding by our street. He'll let you hear it.
Yeah, he's just. I mean, it drives us crazy, but at the same point, like his stubborn, unique personality is probably what made him such a little fighter. Like,
Sure.
He wasn't laying in his hospital bed dying. He was, he got the nickname Beast from the East and would tell people to stop touching him and ask for some privacy and, so, yeah.
He's a good kid. It's a great family, like I said, and I am honored to know you guys now. But as you move forward with Troy, the prognosis, are we okay? Are we out of the water? I don't know everything.
I'm gonna turn that over to her. She's the medical one.
Yeah, we don't really know, and I think that's one of the hardest things as parents to get is that, like, we don't have a finish line, and we don't really know. I mean, we're doing everything right, and right now it looks like it's under control, but you know, he could have a relapse for no apparent reason, and they don't really know. So we're kind of in an in-between right now. Like, they're ready to kind of pull back on treatments and see what it will do, because we won't know what his treatment will be like for life if we never do that. But COVID kind of messes that up, because they certainly don't want him to relapse when there's a pandemic going on right now. So, you know, we're just kind of at a he goes every 2 months, every 8 weeks. And, you know, right now everything looks good, but we know last time it was the common cold that, you know, landed him in ICU in Seattle for 8 weeks. So we just kind of, you know, pessimistically optimistic, if you could.
That makes sense.
If you could be those two things together.
When you first heard of COVID, how scary was that?
Really scary. You know, it's a lung disease. It affects the lungs, and that's, even though his lungs are good and it's his immune system, it still impacts his lungs. So I think it was really scary.
Yeah.
And the unknown, and, you know, I mean, still scary, but we have a good plan for him, but.
So you wearing masks was nothing new.
No, like I said, that COVID was the unknown for us, and just like everyone. But in some ways, not to make light of the situation, it was kind of an upgrade, because he had spent essentially the same amount of time we've all been in quarantine in a 20-by-20 intensive care room unit. So, you know, for us to have the whole house, the downstairs, the backyard, the front yard, and be stuck at home was, you know, it was scary, but it was also a blessing. I mean, it was a lot of time that we haven't had together as a family. And, you know, whether I'm taking him to appointments, or, you know, we're out to Seattle or back to wherever. So it's been nice just to be together and to see him thriving and defying medical odds. But still, it's one that, you know, we don't want to take any chances with if we don't have to. So
Definitely. The Ross family joining us here, Jason Walker Show. The kids are playing, I think, with the dogs, which is okay. I hope they're not allergic to dogs. Forgot to tell you, we have 4.
That's all right. We're good.
So as they join.
But I guess for me, I've seen what he goes through, and I'm like, I can, you know, pull myself together for a little needle poke for 10 minutes. But definitely not, you know, he's the driver behind it, and I think people kind of gravitate toward him. And if at any point he says, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to be Troy Strong, I think we would be okay saying, you know, you're kind of the leader of this. So, you know, he knows the importance of it, and he talks about, you know, blood all the time and why is it important. And so, I mean, for our family, that's totally why, is he's the driver for it, because it didn't become important to us until, you know, I mean, right. I guess we never even thought about it. And
Sure.
Then the more I educate myself about it, thinking about the, you know, the things that need blood transfusions are, you know, your common surgeries. I usually think about, you know, a gunshot wound victim coming in, or, you know,
Trauma.
a car accident, trauma, not a kid that's bleeding internally or that you don't even know of. I mean, you know, he didn't have any blood loss on the outside. So, yeah, he definitely is the main reason, the main driver.
Is there a way to know how many people, because of Troy, lives have been saved, or is...
It's staggering. I mean, they say every pint saves 3 lives, but, I mean, we're in the thousands of people that have done this multiple times. One of the things that I learned through this whole thing is I had no clue how a blood transfusion worked. And I think what opened my eyes is I had known my blood type personally, but I didn't know what my children were. And when we were sitting in the intensive care unit in Seattle Children's, I remember the specialist talking about he was...
You know, and that's been a big part of this, not only the encouraging blood donation piece of, you know, what we've learned has been educational, and so we've tried to share that out, just, you know, so that people get that too, because, you know.
Right. Well, I think over the last couple of months with COVID, we've learned everybody on Facebook or social media is a doctor, except you guys actually understand more than I think 99% of these people posting stuff.
We know some, but we're not experts. But you know, we've learned a lot. I mean, I've always tried to donate more than a pint, and they won't let me. But you know, some people struggle, and I understand that, or they can't for some reason. That's totally.
Well, I think what's great about this, and people need to understand this too, is it's not just this 1 month that you can donate blood. You can literally go, you know, as often as you can, right?
Right. So every 56 days is when you can go, and you know, we always say, go whenever you can, and you know, we try to time the drive so that in Great Falls we have them set up so every 2 months we can kind of get that revolving door of people. You know, the statewide, if it doesn't line up with what we're doing, it doesn't matter because it's not for us, it's for everybody else.
Right.
So just go out there and donate blood.
Just a good reminder, you know. I mean, some people forget, but you know, what I tell people is I never donated blood prior to September 2017, and in the last almost 3 years coming up, I haven't missed the drive. Every 56 days, they just call me, and I go, and I'm done.
We both just hit our gallon mark not too long ago.
Wow. How many pints is that?
I think it's what, 8 pints.
That's not my world.
Yeah, that's 8. There's 8 pints because there's 4 quarts.
Well, you're the
and 2
teacher
pints.
here,
I know,
so-
so it's 8 pints. It's 8. I'm on
Carry
summer
the two,
vacation.
high square.
Summer vacation.
There's really no summer vacation for teachers. We
It's
know
8 pints.
8 pints. Okay. How many? So in metrics, though? No, I'm kidding.
Man, throwing me off. They do that in MSU and not U of M.
Oh, wow.
We stick to the customary system.
But that's why they're architects down there and not over at UM. But they all love football.
They all love football. They all love Troy. So
There you go. And Bobcats apparently love Troy more this last year.
I feel like it.
That's why they're 4-0 the last 4 months or years too. So
Let me go get the boxing gloves, you two.
see, this is great because this is the type of Cat Grizz talk we can have. We don't need the mean stuff.
No, you don't have to be mean.
No, not at all. Plus, you're a teacher. I'd get detention if I was mean, right? Okay, with homeschooling, did you give the kids detention?
No.
Just send them to the room,
Just
time
send
out?
them or go outside.
Just get out of my hair.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'd have to do that. Like I said, the Zoom calls were cool at first, and they would
Right.
stay quiet, and then after a while, they didn't care. It was like the WWE tryouts behind us as we were trying to Zoom meetings. You know, they didn't care we were on a Zoom.
Oh, that is fantastic. The Ross family joining us here, Jason Walker Show. Favorite celebrity that you guys got to meet? Was it Russell Wilson and Ciara, whatever her name is?
Oh, you know, Wes wasn't there, but
I didn't meet him.
I
didn't
met
get to
him,
meet
and
him?
they were just
I missed him by just a few days. They told me he was doing well enough that I could go back home and take care of Kennedy, who'd been staying with Grandma and Grandpa's, and I got a phone call, and she was in tears, and I thought, uh-oh, what'd I miss? And she said Russell Wilson just came, and I thought, you're kidding me. You know, you think you hear he's coming, but, you know,
right.
She got to meet him, and Troy stood next to him, and
I mean,
played with him on the floor, and I mean, so it was pretty exciting for Troy to get to experience that. I wish that he was a little bit older, you remember it, but
right. Well, you have the pictures and the memories.
I mean, they were you wouldn't know they were famous unless, you know, their whole security detail that stood outside the room. But I mean, they were easy to talk to, and you know,
Who had more
very
security?
normal seeming.
Who had more security, him or her?
Well, I heard that he actually didn't used to have security with him until Ciara started to come with him.
Okay. Well, it
So,
makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I still don't listen to her music, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
I don't either. But you guys have gotten the opportunity to meet a lot of people, and everybody has the same reaction. They love Troy, they love the family, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to help out. And I think that's just great. I really do. I mean, it's inspiring. It really is.
Yeah, it's been humbling, and like I said years ago, I don't know what makes Troy special, but we just appreciate everyone's generosity and support, and For the last few years, we've been trying to do our best to pay it forward to everyone else. So anytime I catch wind of a young student athlete or a young child in need, we try to get behind causes to help other people. My wife just did a virtual run for the Jade and Fred Foundation that raises medical funds for children of Montana. And we spoke at their benefit last year about Troy, and I think it raised $162,000. I mean, it was just incredible to get behind something like that. So it's definitely not about us. It's about helping other people, and we just think Montana's the greatest place because of that. So.
It definitely is, and you got a chance to hang out with Coach Mike Van Diest and Jeff Shirley a few days ago. Two fantastic guys. We know the battle that Jeff's going through. He reached out to you, I understand.
Yeah, he did. What I actually did is when I heard about Jeff, I'd never met him personally, but I knew him through former teammates of mine that played with him. And when I got hired at Great Falls Central, I just remember all the support I received. And so I asked my team to put a card together, and we got that shipped off in support of him. And so he reached back out to me and said thank you. So it meant something that he appreciated it. So what's up, Wild Man?
What's the big idea here?
There's Troy.
See, there's Troy.
That's
That's a Facebook post right there.
Yeah.
What's the big idea here?
So we just got behind people, and getting to meet Jeff and Coach was really exciting. And I'm gonna close that on everyone.
That's fine. But, just a little bit more, and then it can't open it from the outside, which is awesome.
We can do that.
No, it's fine. The wife's home with the little one, so it's going to be you got dogs downstairs. We're going to have a kind of loud next few minutes here, but that's all right. That's life. That's what it is, right? That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So getting back to that, it was just really cool to get a chance to visit with somebody else battling something, and to see the sincerity and caring that Jeff showed Troy. And I'm sitting there thinking, Troy's kind of getting closer to being out of the woods, and here you are in the thick of it. And I thought, that's so amazing. And so we're blessed to have him in our circle now, and we want to support him and just about anyone else that we possibly can. We can't do it all, but we can certainly help, just as we received help, and it all adds up. So
a few years ago, you're sitting there, your circle's this big, and now it's you can't even put your arms around it, right?
Yeah. It's it's just amazing. Every day somebody reaches out, they hear your story, they want to follow, they want to help, or you get a message, you get a text. It's really good to see there are good things in this world with all the, I don't want to say evil, but uncertainty going on right now.
Sure.
It's good to see that there is good things in this world. So.
Your athletic director, Jamie Stevens, fantastic woman, and how has she been over the last few months with everything that's been going on?
Oh, just amazing. I don't want to get into this, but my principal, Angel Tarosky, and athletic director, Jamie Stevens, are first class. It's kind of weird when you get a phone call, just plan on working from home, you think you're in trouble or something, like you did something wrong. And, they go out of their way to make sure that I get my job done to their satisfaction, but that I don't have to be exposed to unnecessary things and group gatherings. Graduation for Central the other day, I had the football team help us get it all set up, and then she wanted me out of there as fast as I could to avoid crowds, and so they've been awesome. Jamie and Angel, I just can't say thank you enough for all they do, and especially my wife's school as well. They've been amazing to her. So,
well, and I think we lose sight of the schools, and I don't know, what school do you teach at?
Riverview.
Okay, so I lived in Great Falls, and I still don't know where that's at.
So it's like right behind CMR.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I know where that's at.
Yeah.
Then. Okay.
Yep.
So how's that going to be when the kids get older and they go to high school at CMR? You're a capital guy here.
Well, I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, everyone can't figure me out. I mean, I coached a year there and coached the Cascade for a handful of years, coached for the Bison, now coaching the Central. I mean, shoot, we might have a fourth school. I'll be working there. Who knows?
Well, that's true. Well, Cascade doesn't count, but you got that rivalry to CMR, Capital, and I know you're coaching at GFCC, but that doesn't mean the kids are going to go there.
Who knows? Yeah, we don't know. So
if Troy's suiting up for the Rustlers, are you okay with that?
I don't know. We'll see. My dad always laughed. He was a Helena High band going, so he said
okay.
he had to wear the brown and gold when I was playing, and he said, at least I never have to buy a sweatshirt ever again in my life. So, yeah, we'll see what happens at that time. But, we're just excited. The kids are doing well enough that we can even consider that right now.
Yeah, that's a long way to think, but it's going to, I mean, it'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going into school. How scary is that to think about?
I just think it's a blessing. I mean, to think that.
Yeah, to get told, you need to make your goodbyes and you need to call your family members and tell them that Troy's not going to make it through the night. And now, here we are, we're starting kindergarten. It's kind of a milestone that is exciting anyway, but a huge milestone for him.
No doubt about
everything's a little bit celebrated a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's nuts. I appreciate you guys coming in. And is there anything you wanted to let's give me those dates again, will you, please?
Yeah, so Monday, June 22nd, Kalispell. Tuesday, June 23rd is Helena. Wednesday, June 24th is Billings. And then June 25th, that Thursday, is also Billings, Missoula, and Great Falls. And then June 26th is Bozeman.
Okay. And of course, you can get a hold of me. I'll have all the info as well. You can follow on Facebook and Twitter. I'll share as much as I can as we move forward here in the birthday month for Troy. When's Kennedy's birthday?
November.
Okay.
Cat Grizz.
She's our state championship football baby.
Cat
November
Grizz.
17th. Well,
Yeah.
Cat Grizz are the state championships weekend. So
I like that. Let me get your thoughts on this. Speaking of Cat Grizz and state championships, should we have all the state championships in Bozeman when the Cat Grizz game is in Missoula, and vice versa? Or are you like the?
I don't know. I'm old school, and I just remember back in the day playing for Coach Sampson, and we were 2 years undefeated and got to host the state championship, and you got your hometown behind you. But on the same token, I never got to play in Washington Grizzly as a player, and that seems pretty common nowadays. But oh, the heck with that. I'm old school. You play, best team gets to host that thing.
All right. I like that. I like that. Are you sportsed out? Do you ever get sportsed out?
No, I roll with it.
I do like the way you said the football rivalry, though. You say it the right way.
Well, I can't say Grizz Cat. I know technically I should since I'm a Grizz fan, but it just doesn't flow.
Okay, well, here's my thoughts on this. It's Cat Grizz, but then it's Montana State.
Well, it just
So each gets one.
true.
So, and it's just because it flows phonetically
It
and
does.
alphabetically.
It is alphabetical order.
Yeah, see? Just favorite subject to teach.
Math.
Really? I'm not a math guy.
Oh, neither he is he. He had my dad in math, and
Oh.
I hated math so much I married my math teacher's daughter.
When is this blue thing done?
We'll be done soon, bud. He's ready to go. Oh, I love it. That's fantastic. That is so awesome. When's this thing going to be done? That's a great line. I love that. I never got through calculus. 5 times I tried it in college, never got through it.
math is my favorite.
Okay.
So when I start putting letters with it that I hated it.
Right? The U and the squiggly line, what's all that?
Troy, come here. Come say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah. We're
So
gonna
then we can go. If
Then
we say-
yeah, then
say
you can
goodbye.
go. You got to say goodbye first though.
Can you just say thank you everybody for donating blood?
Yep, pull it up.
Go ahead, say it.
Thank you, everyone.
For donating what?
What?
There you go.
Give
Perfect.
me a Troy Strong for the camera, buddy.
Perfect. Troy Strong. I got my shirt. Thank you very much for that. Oh, by the way, I've got my wristband too. So
We saw that. We've been watching your shows, and I keep seeing it. I love it.
yeah, I'm not taking it off. I golf with it. Hey, what's the digging for Troy?
That is his favorite thing. This is a little embarrassing story, but about 2 weeks before our world blew up with Troy going to Seattle, we decided to have some tree roots get into our sewer line.
Oh,
and
fun.
We had an excavator and a backhoe in our backyard. And
No, just tobacco.
Just tobacco.
Yeah,
You're right.
he knows.
So he also had a birthday party themed, and we call it Diggers. So he really likes Montana Tech right now.
Nice. I like that. Plus Coach Sampson. I mean, it's just it all flows. It's a big circle. Comes back together.
That's right.
Hey, thanks for coming in, bud.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. You're the man.
What do you say?
What?
Say thank you.
He said you're the man, which means like you're awesome.
Yeah, you're awesome.
Are you awesome?
Can I be Troy Strong too?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Give him a Troy Strong though, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay.
Go see Grandma and Grandpa, okay?
Like with your muscles. That's what he means.
Give me a Troy Strong with your arms.
He's like,
That's not Troy Strong. There it is.
there it is. he's okay. He's ready to go. The Ross family, thank you guys so much for joining us. It's anytime you're in the area, stop by. We'll throw you on and call me anytime. We'll just this is.
Give us a holler this fall when football's going. We'll give you an update on things up north.
I hope it's going. I need something to talk about. If there's not football this fall, I may have to find a real job. So I may become an assistant for you. Who knows? I could coach safeties.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not that far a commute.
No, I can do that. I can drive back and forth every day.
I told Coach Van Diest that the other day. I said if I'd have known you were looking to get back into coaching, I could have saved you a long trip.
There you go.
His wife was pretty excited when I heard that.
Why go out to Mary when you can coach at Great Falls Central?
There you go.
That's the Ross family, everybody joining us, and I'll get you all the information on the blood drives as we move forward. This segment brought to you by our friend Mark LaRoe Photography. You can check him out, marklaroephotography.com. He's also, this is really cool. Mark is going to start. This is sweet. We're going to do this. Are you ready for this? You get a free 8x10 canvas or a matted print with any portrait package if you mention you heard it on the Jason Walker Show. And you also get 20% off any artwork purchased by mentioning the Jason Walker Show. marklaroephotography.com on Custer in Helena. Give him a call. Book him for all your senior portraits, family portraits, moving forward, everything. All right? Get it done. Real quick, on this day in history, it is brought to you by the Motherlode Sports Bar, Casino, and Restaurant. It is June the 8th, Best Friends Day, National Name Your Poison Day. My poison would be the band. That's the best. Brett and Cece and all those guys. Okay, 1829, first municipal swim.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Great hour spent with the Ross family here in the studio. Fun times. We'll get all the info on all the blood drives coming up. My new shirt, hashtag Troy Strong. I'm not sure if I should wear it or hang it. I'll have to go get a new one. I'm going to go get a new one. I'll wear this one. I'll hang one up somewhere in the, maybe over there or maybe up that side. We'll figure it out. Jason Walker Show. Had a great time. We're almost done. I'm saying goodbye right now, Troy. That is Troy. Hashtag Troy Strong. We'll see you tomorrow at 4. Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.